Go to Jeremiah 22 and 13. Because Cat was just talking about how they got the power. Right now, how did the Bahamas get built up? How? Think about what we say. It's very simple. All the places got built up by what? Okay, how? What did they do? Look at the sign. What did they do? And put us in what? Slavery. Give me Jeremiah 22:13.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 22 and verse 13. Woe unto him!
God says, woe unto him. The so-called white man, or in this case, the British man, right? He says, woe or destruction unto him
that buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
That builds his house by unrighteousness. Is this righteous what they did to us? Is that righteous? No, that's unrighteousness. It was evil as hell. And then they come in and smile at us, right, Reed?
And his chambers by wrong.
And his chambers by wrong. This happened to our people. The so-called white man did this to our people.
That's right.
That's what happened. Read it again from the top.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 22 and verse 13. Woe unto him!
Destruction unto them, read.
That buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
That built their house by unrighteousness. Right. You understand? Look how, don't be uncomfortable. This is what happened. That's a fact. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 22, verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness.
Watch this, read.
And his chambers by wrong.
By evil, read.
That uses his neighbor's service.
That uses his neighbor's service.
Without wages.
Wait a second. Without wages. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did we get paid from this?
Bring it up.
Did we get paid doing this?
Bring it up.
We didn't get paid for that, right? God says destruction to the people who did that to us.
Right.
That's what the Bible says.
Right.
Do you understand that, brother? So there should be no fear to speak the truth. Give me Daniel 9 and 11. You gotta understand the things that's written in the Bible prove who the true children of God are. Our people don't read the Bible, so they don't know. And then when we bring it up, they get what? Uncomfortable. They get nervous. Brother, what's your name? What's your name, brother? Huh? Tyler. You don't have to be nervous, Tyler. You don't have to be. You know why? This is your history. Read.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 11.
Bring it up.
Yea, all Israel.
All Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, read.
Have transgressed thy law.
We're the ones that broke God's commandments. We broke his laws. Read.
Even by departing, that they may not obey thy voice.
We didn't obey the voice of God. God says we're his chosen people. We must keep his commandments. We didn't want to do that. We wanted to follow after the Europeans, after the Chinese, after the Japanese. We want to do what they do. Read.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
You see that? Look around. That's the curse. This is the curse. I want you to look at something, Frederick. When you look at the bottom of this, that's how they actually packed us into the slave ship.
Right.
God says that the curse is poured upon us.
Right.
We're covered in the curse.
Right.
Read. Read.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses.
That's Deuteronomy 28. Right. So whatever's written in Deuteronomy 28 happened to the people on this sign right here. Read.
The servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
Now, before I continue, what's sin according to God? Because I can read that, but if you don't know what sin is, you're not going to understand. What is sin according to God? Huh? What?
Not follow him, not listen to him.
Okay. Okay. What you think? Huh? Sin. S-I-N. What is sin? Doing the wrong things. Okay. Let's get what it is out the Bible. Read.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committed sin, transgresseth also the law.
Transgress means to break. Read.
For the sin is the transgression of the law.
So when you sin, you're breaking God's laws. That's what sin is according to God. Go back to where you were. I want you to read that again.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
Right? We broke his commandments.
Even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us,
poured upon our people. Our people look at that and think that's Jesus.
Good.
That says abortion. It is not in the Bible. Read.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 11.
No.
Oh,
Continue. What was this?
verse 12. And he had confirmed his word,
God confirmed his words. God confirmed his words. Read.
which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us,
Read.
by bringing upon us a great evil.
A great evil. God says these people, the so-called white man, they are a great evil. That's the evil that he brought.
The great evil. You see them cruise ships, right?
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
They were originally slave ships that came over here with who? Which cargo? Us. We was on those boats as the cargo. That's the great evil that the Bible's speaking of. And now we got the nerve to come back to the lands of our captivity and live it up.
Bring it out.
You don't see that, my brother? Go ahead,
Give
Capo.
me that 300 children. You know I'm looking for. I haven't found that the greatest evil. Now keep reading when you use that. Somebody else find that 300 children. Verse 12.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9,
How you doing, bro? I want you to listen to this. Watch this.
verse 12. And he had confirmed his word.
So God confirmed his word, meaning the curses that was going to happen to our people. He confirmed his words. Watch this.
which he spake against us
Watch
and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
That's a great evil. Like Cat was just going into. These ships, guess what? They used to be slave ships. Right here, we was packed on them like sardines.
Bring it up.
God says he brought a great evil upon the children of Israel. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Read.
For under the whole heaven
Under the whole heaven, under the whole earth, read,
had not been done
have not been done.
as had been done upon Jerusalem.
No other nation on the planet went through what we went through. None of them went through as much tribulation. Because you know what they'll try to do, right? What would be the first thing they say?
Bring it out.
What about the Holocaust?
Right.
What about that? What happened with that? 6 million. 6 million. According to God, no nation have been through what the Israelites have been through. That's how we know without a shadow of a doubt. 100 million just that was just on the trip here.
Right.
That was just on the trip here.
Right.
What about your brothers getting shot down now? Oh, let's not forget about that. No other nation has been through what we've been through.
Right.
Find that for me, 300 children. Okay, drop that. Go to Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. Watch this. I'm gonna show you something. What's your name? Huh? Jimmy. Timothy? Jimmy. Oh, I'm sorry, Jimmy. Watch this, Deuteronomy 28. Come listen, brother. What's your name? Huh? A month? Okay. Read this, Deuteronomy 28. Start at verse Deuteronomy 1 and 1, actually. I want y'all to pay attention. Right? Y'all familiar with Moses? How you doing, brother? You familiar with Moses? In the Bible? You heard of him? You heard of Moses? Let's get Deuteronomy 1 and 1 real quick. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. So this is the beginning of that chapter.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
These are the words that Moses spake unto all Israel. When you look at this side, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are the Israelites. On the right-hand side is what we would call in slavery. On the left-hand side is what God calls us. You understand? So he's speaking to the children of Israel. Keep that in mind while we read this chapter. Y'all understand? Give me Deuteronomy 7:6 first. Let me get that first. Let me show you what God says about you. What do you think God feels about you? Yeah, well, about you, Jimmy. What do you think God feels? How do you think he feels about you? I can't hear you. You feel like you tried? Oh, he's trying? Okay, what about you? What do you think God thinks about you? How he feels about you? You know, most of our people never even took the time to even think about something like this. Go ahead. But you're great? Okay, what about you, brother? Huh? Wonderful. What about you? Try. Okay. Right. The reason why I asked that because I know you've never been asked that before. Nobody thinks about that. Nobody thinks about what God thinks about us. Let me show you out the Bible. Deuteronomy 7:6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Listen closely.
For thou art an holy people.
God says that you are holy. Holy means separate, meaning we can be separate from everybody else. Watch this.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
God chose you. He chose, who was Moses speaking to? He said it earlier. Who was Moses speaking to? The Israelites, which are who? There you go, brother. So he says, the Lord has chosen you. Read.
To be a special people unto himself.
God says you are separate and you are special people to him. You understand? I never heard that in the Christian church. I grew up in Christianity. Never heard that one time. Watch this, read.
A special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
God says, brother, that you are above every other nation on the face of this earth.
That's right.
Do you understand how powerful that is? For you to know that God says you are above every other nation on the planet Earth. I know the first thought is, well, why am I at the damn bottom? Right. Well, why am I at the bottom then if that's the case? Guess what? That answer's in the Bible too. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Start at verse 15. Because to know that how God thinks about you, that's how you can start to change that mindset and change the cycle that our men are stuck in. Right? Because we all go on our day-to-day so much on the island, you just doing your thing, going shopping, whatever, not considering what the Lord has for you or who you are to the Lord. And before you talk right to me today, you probably would have said you're a Bahamian, right? You're a Bahamian, whatever your nationality could be. God didn't call you that. Right. You have to understand who you are. The only way you're going to know that is by being taught. And it has to come from the Word of God. Right. And ironically, when y'all go to church, you go to church. Have you ever heard that scripture before? Bring it out. You ain't never heard that. Why? Because they're puppets. You know what? They're continuing the cycle of our people being at the bottom. Anyway, read that, Deuteronomy 28:15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Read.
But it shall come to pass.
Who was Moses speaking to? Okay, read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If you wouldn't listen to the words of God, to the laws of God, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes.
To do his commandments, keep his laws.
Which I command thee this day.
Read.
That all these curses.
God says all these curses, read.
Shall come upon thee.
Shall come upon the Israelites.
And overtake thee.
And overtake the Israelites. So guess what? Even today, we know who the Israelites are due to the curses. Jump to verse 46. It's very simple. It's very simple. The Bible is a roadmap. It tells you who you are. Right. And guess what? This was written thousands of years ago. The Lord already knew you forget who you are. So how can he get you to remember? By having it written down. Because one day, you will run into the prophets that's going to teach you that you are chosen of God. Right. You're not a Bahamian. You're not a black, what they call black man, African American. Right. No, we think like that because we were enslaved. God never told you that. Right. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. Read. And they shall be upon thee.
So that day, it said the curses shall be upon the Israelites. Read.
Upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
What does a sign do?
Bring it out.
What does a sign do? What does a sign do? Somebody let me know. Okay, but what does a sign do? You know, what does it do? It shows you, right? Or it lets you know something. God said that the curse would be on the Israelites. That would be the sign of who his chosen people is today. Right. So you can't get it confused. Read.
And upon thy seed forever.
And upon thy seed forever. Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
So it says upon your seed forever. So that means as long as we're generating, what does that mean? That the curses are on our children as well. So guess what? That's how you know it followed us. So that's how we can know who we are today. We're those same people. So now generation. Read.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart. For the abundance of all things.
God says I gave you everything. You didn't want it. So okay, this is what you got to do now.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Okay, so a lot of times in Christianity they say we don't have enemies. Who is our enemy? Who is our enemy today? What people? Huh? I can't hear you. You don't feel like you have enemies? Look right here. Brother, Jimmy, you ain't got no enemies? But, okay, let's shoot it down today. Do they not kill us today? Read it again. You say what? Yes, we have enemies. Thank you, Frazier. Yes, we have. And look, bro, look. You don't see how we live? I'm gonna tell you something. It's Christianity that makes our people think that they don't have enemies. How can you not? What do you mean? These people they pass laws to make sure you stay at the bottom. Right. You don't this didn't happen to, would you do this to your friends? It's very simple. Would you do that to people that you care about, that you love? Because ironically, right, we say we'll have no enemies, right? We try to, I was on the show last night where one of the hosts was saying how, and it's crazy because Christianity taught us this, how all these people that come in, I think he said 7 million people per year or whatever, come to the island. Come to the island. Well, our people won't touch them. Won't do nothing to them. But it was 100-something murders of our own people. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. You treat them as if they are the greatest people on the planet. Yes, but they're the ones who put you in the ghetto. They're the ones who whipped your back. They're the ones who made us work without wages. Right. They're the ones that killed. Bro, it's so much they've done. Right. Matter of fact, they told you that they God. Right. Right. They told you that they God.
Hey, so check this out. Just like Cap just said, the reason why you don't see your enemy, just like Cap said, because they told you that they're God. And in your eyes, they can do no wrong. So when it comes to your brothers who do something to you, automatically you're ready to go to 0 to 100 on them, because the white man has taught you that your own brother is nothing. But when it comes to the white man who does the same thing and greater evils to you, you don't see anything wrong with it, because you believe that the white man is God.
Read that. Read it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48.
Watch this.
Therefore shall thou serve thine enemies.
So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you have enemies, and it's the other nations. Right. They don't care. Do you think the other nations care about you? You think the white man care about you? It's obvious, right? You think the white man care about you? Be honest, Jimmy. So who is our enemies, brother? What's your name?
Rodero.
Rodero? Rodero, okay, I'm sorry. So, Rodero, who are our enemies then? Say it! No, so, listen, you know what's funny? Our people be so scared to say that. It's like they be like, you know, it's the white man. Listen, you have nothing to fear. What more can they do to you? You already at the bottom. They already kill you for no reason. Thank you. Hold that. Give me Isaiah 5. That's a great precept. You live in hell, and then you scared to speak on who Satan is. What? That's crazy. You live in hell, but you're scared to say the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. What else are you going to do to you? Right. We've been destroyed. We've been taken to jail. We've been killed. Right. We live in a hood. Right. That mission was accomplished. So we scared to say something now? Because of how they might feel? You don't care about white guilt. Nobody cares about that. We teach the Bible, thus saith the Lord. Watch this. Isaiah 5 and 11.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5? 13. Therefore,
You go? All right, man, hold on.
Therefore, my people are going into captivity.
No, start at verse, 13 is fine. Read. Just listen real quick. Start again.
Therefore, my people are going into captivity.
God says his people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, have gone into captivity or slavery. Read.
Because they have no knowledge.
We don't have no knowledge. We don't understand God's laws. We don't know. You don't even think you got enemies. Read.
And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst.
Our multitude dried up, meaning what? We don't have no life in us. We don't know who we are. A lot of times you say you're Bahamian. Even when you leave here today, you might tell somebody you're Bahamian. And we just showed you that you're an Israelite according to God. From the tribe of Benjamin. Watch this, read.
Verse 14. Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself.
Hell hath enlarged herself. So God says the state of hell is being in captivity. Right. So that's why Cap said what he said. You in hell right now. We're living in hell. Why? Can we under people? Who put you in hell? Who put us in hell? You tell me. What's your name, brother? Tyrone? Who put us in hell? The devil. Who was the devil? Because the devil just means deceiver. Uh-oh.
What do you look like?
What do you look like? What people? Who?
Uh-oh.
I ain't hear you. Oh, so you just a puff of smoke just came through and put us in hell. Put us in captivity. Put us in the ghettos. You got to think about that. Why are you afraid to say it? What people? Say it. Huh? What people? Okay. You know, and look, it's like everybody go. Yeah, listen, why whisper? Again, you in hell afraid to say who Satan is. That doesn't make any sense. What'd you say?
Because we downtown.
Cause we down?
We downtown.
What that mean?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll say it on the microphone. You're scared of the white people. He just said the reason why he's whispering, because we downtown. The white man told me I can't be down here. The white man told me I can't speak about who I am.
Man, please.
Understand. Give me Acts 5:29. No, you come back. Acts chapter 5 verse 29. You're showing who your God is. By you saying that, you're saying that the white man is my God, and how dare I speak about him. That's what you just showed too, bro. You a grown man. Y'all are grown men. It's time to stand up as a man. Not as a nigga on the street that hoe out his sister. Not a nigga on the street that sells dope. But a man who's going to keep God's commandments.
That's right.
And will have the testicular fortitude
That's right.
to speak about the condition of his people.
That's right.
Read what you got.
The book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29.
Read it out.
Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God.
We ought to obey who?
We ought to obey God.
Joshua 6. We ought to obey who?
We ought to obey God.
We ought to obey God.
Rather than men.
Rather than man.
Do you see that? Have you ever heard that before?
Nope.
That's the issue.
Nope.
But that's fine. That's why we out here to teach you, because you are a brother.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.